Welcome to section 2.12 of the foreclosure prevention class, strategies for increasing income. So what are some income increasing strategies that you can think about? And you can pause this for a second just to brainstorm. What are some income increasing strategies? Most of us, I think of, oh, let's get a second job, right? That is one that is very common. But we've also got asking a non-borrower occupant to voluntarily contribute to household expenses. That's an absolutely valid thing to ask someone who's living with you. Oftentimes I see parents with teenage and adult children living at home who aren't working and aren't going to school. They can absolutely say, hey, we're in a crisis right now. I need you to get a part-time job or whatever to help out with expenses. Rent out a spare bedroom. Oftentimes people will have, they're empty nesters, kids have gone, and they're just so used to being alone, but this is a crisis situation. So they need to know that that's okay to do. And they can do it on a short-term basis. They don't have to do a one-year lease on a bedroom. If it's a situation where they really think it will be short-term, they can, Craigslist, find someone for 2 or 3 months. And of course, get the lease, find the lease that's drawn up by an attorney so that they have an out in case it's someone they can't live with. But that's definitely a viable way of bringing in some additional income. Apply for public assistance. Oftentimes, people's pride won't let them do that. But what they could offset, especially if they have a large family and they're spending $500, $600, $700 a month in food, if they were able to get some food assistance while they're going through this crisis, then that's money they could use for gas to get back and forth to work. They could pay their utility bills, etc. So make sure you let them know they're not alone. They're not alone. A lot of people are in this hardship, and that's what they pay taxes for. So that assistance is there when they need it. They can sell some unnecessary liquid assets. And oftentimes people don't think about, they have quite a few things, especially if they've been in their home for a long time, that they don't use, that's sitting out in the garage. Sell it. Make some money. And then, of course, as we mentioned in the opening, second job, maybe volunteer for some overtime, go back to work if they've been on disability, things like that. Another, not so common, is a lump sum from maybe Social Security or workers' comp or even a lawsuit. They could make sure they're filing for earned income tax credit if they have children in the household. See if they have relatives that might be willing to help them out during this crisis. Again, non-borrower household occupant, maybe they've got a relative who's coming to stay with them because they're also in crisis. Well, you can still ask them for some assistance. And then increase the rent. If they're a landlord and they have, maybe haven't adjusted the rent to flow with the market, that might be another place they can increase their income. All right, so that is the end of section 2.12, which is the end of unit 2. So next you'll be going on to unit 3. We are done.